That's funny. Calm down. All right? All this freaking crap. That's funny, Artie. That's a funny tweet, Artie. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. How are you? Is everyone seeing me? I'm not sure. Am I getting my comments? Where are my comments? There we are. There's Charlie. There's my brother. I'm fine. Kenny, I sent out a tweet telling everybody there was going to be a slight delay. Everybody flying off the handle. There you go, Steve Sierra. Good job. How's everybody? I got a smudge. It's nice to see everybody. Congratulate my brother, my niece, Cassidy. Hi, Mrs. Xander Kepka. How are you? I'm not on the Twitter. I know you're not on Twitter. I was busy, all right? Fanshare just got in touch with me. I don't want to get into it. Somebody stopped by, and I wasn't about to say, hey, sorry, I can't hang out. I have to yell at Charlie. So I waited 10, 15 minutes. It's not the end of the world. It's the fucking Byron Nelson, for Christ's sake. All right? Oh, yeah. Have a little wine, hanging out with some friends or a friend, and deal with it. Not a big deal. Chris Powers is here. How are you? Thanks. I appreciate it. All right. You guys can hear me all right? Everything's fine? Lighting? Whatever. I am a little out of sorts. Not going to lie. The show's ready. The show was ready when I got a knock on the door. So we'll just get it going. All right? Yes. I do have a life, believe it or not. Andrew Feldman. All right. What do I want to do first? I got no shout-outs or show and tell or announcements. My brother's here, though. And you can congratulate my brother on the birth of his first daughter, first child, Cassidy Emma. And, yeah, she's really cute. And I'm going to go see her next month. Very excited. All right. Those are our shout-outs. I don't know what's going to happen once we get into the Byron Nelson. Got to be honest with you. I'm second fiddle now. Yeah, Charlie, you are second fiddle. Oh, see, there's a smudge right there. And it looks like it's on my chin. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, like the show on the YouTube, and I appreciate it. That's it. I know there's like an NFL scheduled release thing. I know Mayo's doing a live show. I understand there's a lot of stuff to do on Wednesday night. But so if you come in here, I appreciate that. It's going to be a good one. I'm telling you now. You're going to be surprised. All right? All right, let's do the listener league. Way. The winner of the listener league is C McSporty, who ironically enough, I think really dislikes Rory McIlroy for whatever reason. I remember this guy getting in my ass whenever I played Rory in the past. But he didn't have Rory in his lineup, and he still won, which I found interesting. But he had 440 4.5 points. He only won by 4.5 points. And if I'm reading Twitter correctly, it came down to the last hole. I think Rory taking a bogey on the last hole hurt, if I had to guess, when he had to take that drop. Or maybe Luke List made a bogey or something. I don't know. I don't care who finished in second. But C. McSporty, he had Patrick T18, Kyle Stanley T26, and Patrick Rogers T37. So 4 guys in the top 20, 6 through. Pretty solid. Barely held on the win. He lives in Ireland, which sucks for me. I got to send a freaking golf ball to Dublin. The amount of legwork that I have to put into that, I got to fill out a form. The postage is going to be outrageous. Not happy about it, but whatever. This is what I signed up for. Really wish Rory didn't take that bogey. Notable top 10s. Notable top 10s. I talked to Oz today. We're going to get updated standings very soon. All right? We're not going to give Oz too much of a hard time. But we need updated standings because it's been like 3 weeks and some people are making some moves here in notable top 10s. Second place, Big Red, 46.97. My friend out in Chicago, who I'm second place, got 25 points. I think this is his first notable top 10. Well, this year anyway. M. Pendle, who I don't think watches the show, who I think is a professional DK player. He finished in third, or she finished at 20 points. I could be wrong about that, but I think that F that guy. I don't even think he watches the show. I think he just got in the league and plays in the contest every once in a while. Hey Girl 80, I think is my friend Dylan. Finished in fourth. Giant fan, I believe. And 15 points. Congratulations. Rink Elf, our boy Phil. Phil finished in fifth. 12 points for him. Congratulations. This guy again. B Gup 78. Our boy Gup. Another notable top 10. I think that's 3 weeks in a row. I think. Or 3 out of the last 4. Finished in sixth. Got 9 points. Moving up. Just to screw some of you guys. Seventh place. CNB 1919. Who I believe is Charlie. Charlie with a notable top 10. Our boy Kraz. Charlie R. CNB. He's got a lot of names. Finished in seventh place. His first notable top 10 this year. It's been a while. 7 points for Charlie. Congratulations. All right. Eighth place. Goad 84. I don't know that name. 5 points. Congratulations. Ninth place. MMJ 6969. Nice. That's Matt. He's a pain in my ass. But he finished in ninth place and he gets 3 points. Congratulations. And Core Dog 69. Nice. Rounds out notable top 10s. He gets a point. So congratulations to all our notable top 10 people, including Charlie. Now Charlie thinks he knows everything. He got first notable top 10 in 2 years. Now we all have to bow down and listen to what Charlie knows. All right, so I'm done with that. All right, my lineup, again, terrible. And this is the second time in a month that my top 2 guys missed the cut and my bottom 4 all made it. Hold on. Because Cantlay missed the cut after bogeying 17 and then putting it in the water on 18. He was clear. He was fine. Once the cut went to +2 or +3, whatever it was. I thought I was dead with Shane Lowry, who saved a great par on his last hole. But on the 15, but then I saw the cut line dropped, So I'm like, all right, so I just need Cantlay and Finau. Oh, big deal. It's easy. Cantlay waits to 17 to blow it. Finau had 6 feet for eagle on 15 and missed, and then or 8 feet, and then he made the birdie, and then had 6 feet for birdie on the 8th hole and missed that putt. And then I think he bogeyed the last hole. So as soon as Finau missed the birdie putt, Cantlay hit one into the water. So I died. A very slow, painful death for me to get my 6-6. Probably wouldn't have mattered, but playing for pride at this point. So Cantlay missed the cut. Finau missed the cut on the last hole. Brutal. Shane Lowry, T65. Not great. Carlos Ortiz, terrible Sunday, T65. Sunday. And Matt Wallace finished T6. But yeah, I'm plummeting. I'm having a bad run. I've missed cuts the last month. I haven't had a good week since Valero when I had Spieth and he won. Oh no, I was okay at the Masters. I had Hideki. But yeah, Heritage, Valspar, and Quail, I've been brutal. So 3 weeks. It's been bad. I'm aware of that. I'm plummeting in the standings. The Junkies, I'm 29th. The Carbon Cup, I'm 60th. My one and done's been bad. I haven't made a cut in a month in the one and done. Still on the money in Mayo's because it's top 400, but I'm 336. And Josh's, I think I fell out of the money now, 153rd. So hit a bit of the struggle bus. But I knew that this was going to happen because I was unconscious. I don't know what I've been doing, but it hasn't been good. That I do know. All right. I might be due. We've been playing some really hard golf courses, and I've been getting screwed late. I mean, I really, really want to break it down. It's just golf, right? Nobody picks that many winners. I mean, so many winners this whole year. Alexa, skip. I don't have to go through them all, but I've had the winner on my DK lineup like 5-6 times already. It's May. So we're gonna stay the course. We're fine. Just need to have a good week. You know what I need? I need a no-cut event. All right. Anything notable here? Do I want to say anything? I've been screaming and yelling. I played Cantlay, and I thought it was really sharp because he was 30-1, and I played the whole Xander's energy rubbed off on him, and he was going to be fine. I mean, I've been screaming about Rory and the fans since I played Rory at Heritage last year, and he talked about how, or maybe it was the Northern Trust, TPC Boston, maybe it was there, where he talked about how there was a point when Rory talked about the lack of fans and how it was affecting him. I didn't find that out until after the fact. And I played him at Heritage. Turns out he doesn't like that Pete Dye. He doesn't not particularly find. Later on in the season, I think Charlie liked him at TPC Boston. And I said, Rory doesn't. There's no fans. Rory needs the fans. I was screaming and yelling about it. I was arguing with Charlie about it forever. I remember that distinctly. And it's been a thing. And then there was the swing stories and the coaches, and he's missed 3 cuts and all that crap. But I've always been on a Rory needs the fans thing. I had no idea there was going to be 40,000 people. Well, that would have been a good intel. I would have liked to have known that. I have friends in that area who could have told me, hey, fans this week. Fans are back. They didn't even fucking advertise that at all. Big miss. Huge miss. And the worst part about it, the absolute worst part about it, is this stupid system I came up with One and Done, where and freaking Quail Hollow is 15 out of 32. Well, guess who was ranked 15th in the world going into last week? It's fucking Rory. How did I miss that? Why come up with a system in the offseason if you don't follow it and you just pick random guys when you created a system to help you maximize your earnings? Idiot. So stupid. So that bothered me. I got a million fans all of a sudden. Rory's 15th in the world. He's drifting, and I play the drift. That's how I get all my goddamn winners, and I just ignore it because I'm a freaking schmuck. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, do I want to talk about this? I don't even know if I want to talk about this. We don't need to talk about the top 25 and ownership and how Cameron Tringali do, by the way. 18% owned. I heard somebody talking about data golf. It might have been my friend Steve, how the last month or so, like the sharp play hasn't been doing too well. I don't know if there's any validity to that. It would make a little bit of sense, though. Because that's kind of like what I go for. And it hasn't really been working out for me. But that'll flip. It's got to flip. Right? Right. Zalatoris wasn't great. Tringali wasn't great. JT and Rom weren't great. HV3, 16% owned. I want to yell at Artie, but I'm not going to. Artie got in my ass because I was telling people or called people idiots. It's like I insulted Artie because I said, I forget the tweet. But I don't want Artie mad at me. That's my guy. He's telling me that I'm letting ownership affect how I do it. And no, listen, Artie, my friend, all right, pick your own losers. I'll pick mine. And don't worry about it. I'll be okay. I got a system. Now, I don't always follow it, but I have one. All right? And that's the plan. And we're sticking by it. And I know what I'm talking about. And long term, I'll be right and I'll have great weeks. That's what we want. We want great weeks. I don't want to be good every week. I want great weeks. Great weeks. I think I'm sitting on a big one. I really do. All right, so let's talk about this week. All right? Do you have the gas pipeline? Oh, Kevin Junkie, you be quiet. All right? All right, we did the Listener League. Byron Nelson. Okay, we're going to go back to that later. All right? We already complained about Rory. We're good. That's good there. All right. Byron Nelson. Let's do this real fast. If you remember, you may not remember this, but after the first year at Trinity Forest, Matt Kuchar came out and complained that he hated the golf course. He's never going to come back. Why? Shit all over it. Well, he was my one and done that week. Of course. So that was my 2018 experience. I had picked the one guy that absolutely despised the golf course. In 2019, I had 5 or 6 through, but I had 2 MDFs, which is hard to do. The only guy I had was Matt Jones, Aussies in Texas, T5. The rest of that lineup was a freaking disaster. My one and dones that week were Sunjay Im, MDF'd, and Thomas Peters, who's very popular this week, had a T23. So I've been running a little cold, obviously. And we have no course history. We have we don't really know what to expect. So I'm trying to simplify it as much as I can. Charlie keeps getting in me my ears about not overthinking it and all that crap. And it's true. I want to simplify it. So what do I know? What do we know? I'm kind of like I kind of purposely want to go out of my way than not play anybody with any Texas like ties whatsoever. But it's hard. And I didn't do that. But the whole Texas thing is tiresome. It's absolutely tiresome. I always wanted to play Aussies in Texas, but there's not really any good Aussies here. Just Leishman. Which is common knowledge now, but this was on Monday that they got a ton of rain. So you're gonna have a nice soft golf course, and the golf course has a reputation for being pretty easy. You throw in a lot of rain, and it doesn't seem like there's going to be a ton of wind. And yeah, everybody's saying it's going to be a birdie fest. Okay, it's going to be a birdie fest. And if it's not windy, the fact that you don't need to play Aussies in Texas because you're not gaining any advantage if there's no wind. And the same thing for a Texas guy. If there's no wind, it doesn't matter. It's only helpful if it's windy. So keep that in mind. They're saying the golf course has really wide fairways. Okay? Really wide fairways and big greens. So you got 4 par 5s. You got 2 short par 4s. You got big fairways. And it's wet. And they're saying it's going to be a birdie fest. All right, so I need to simplify it. So what am I doing? I looked at one stat. Birdies are better. That's it. That's all I did. I looked at one stat. Birdies are better. Who's good? Who makes a lot of birdies? You know why? It's going to be important this week. I don't care about bogey avoidance. Just make as many fucking birdies as you possibly can. Now, is that the name of the game every week? Yeah, but it's a lot harder, and the playing field is leveled most weeks by the golf course. This week, there's no defense. It's just going to be fucking birdie fest. You need guys that can score. Guys that have a reputation for scoring. We've been playing Florida golf, and we've been playing team events and match play, and we haven't had one of these in a while. So let's fucking go. Let's just go out there and fucking score. And that's it. I have nothing else to worry about. And you're saying, and you have big fairways, you have big greens. So everyone's green regulation, and it's going to be a putting contest. And I, for the life of me, cannot understand why everybody's playing all these ball striking bastards that can't putt. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit. Not this week. Why don't you understand that? You don't want somebody that can't make any goddamn putts. I want birdie makers. And the guys that are top 50 in making birdies, they're good off the tee. They're good approach. They're not atrocious putters because all these stats are baked into birdie or better percentage on part. It's just in general, the percentage of time that they make a birdie on a particular hole. It can be a par 3, a par 4, a par 5, don't matter. Birdies. That's all I'm looking at. Low-owned birdie makers. All right? It's having a hard time finding comp courses. Before we get into it, let me just say this. You know me, I love a comp course. I love, we got bent grass greens, right? Now, I know some certain golf courses that have bent grass greens. Notable ones. I even got a list from my buddy Steve, who sent me a list of a lot of different golf courses I didn't even recognize. And I use them when it fit. There's a tweet going around with the bent grass putting stats. Bullshit. I don't care. The guy could be last on that list or first on that list. It doesn't matter. If I got the comp course I need, if he's performed well on a golf course with these types of greens, I'm in. It doesn't take much for me to say, yeah, okay, I'll take that. All right? What do you got? Jeez. Who's that? I don't know who this guy is. Anyway. So yeah, bent grass greens, if that's relevant. We looked into it. All right, so let's start from I'm going to start from the bottom. All right, cheers, everybody. Thanks for watching. Share it, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Don't bring attention to that idiot Nagels. Oh. All right, well, I don't know if I can do anything about it. I'll try to fix it after. Apologies. I don't know who it is. All right, $10,000 range. You got Berger, Hideki, Spieth, Rahm, and Bryson. And I saw the birdie or better list, and I was thinking about it, and I was projecting out ownership and who people are going to like and all that shit. I really like Berger. Not going to lie. He's sixth in birdie or better percentage. That's second in this field. And he won at Colonial, which has bent grass greens. And he's probably going to be one of the lower. Now, I was wrong about ownership. His ownership's actually pretty high. I think it's because of its price. So I was into it. I liked it. I thought that was going to be my guy. I thought he would be a perfect one-and-done pick. He's 16th in the world. This is the 14th ranked tournament. AT&T's got some money. It's a good purse. So that I was done. Then he was fucking undercursed, and Finau was undercursed last week, and I'm not doing that again. Next week, it'll be fine. It's not like he's one of my guys. But I'm not doing that again. All right. Steve, I'm doing my show. I'm not stopping the show to tell you who to bet because there's no spoilers. All right. I've been doing this shit for 3 years and I do the show. If you can't wait until the show's over, that's not my problem. Pick your own losers. Somebody once told me that. All right. Hideki. Oh, I love Hideki. My Masters champion. No. I don't think he's played golf in a month. We got a major next week. Get some swings in. This is a fucking scrimmage, right? It's a scrimmage. So just go out there, get some to and fro Japan. Like, who cares? He might play well. Yeah, fine. But do you want this is a golf course where you have to make a lot of putts? You want Hideki Matsuyama? I don't. Although it is bent grass greens. It's like, that's the go zone. He's 7% owned. His birdie or better percentage is not high, though, because he never makes any putts. Jordan Spieth. My new best friend, Stevie Bamford, put out the stat or let the whole industry know that Jordan Spieth's won 4 tournaments the week before a major, and now we all love Jordan Spieth. Let me tell you something, all right? This is not the same thing as the week before the Masters at the Texas Open when he won. It is not nearly the same thing, all right? There was a ramp up. There was a build up. You could just see that Spieth win happening. He needed it. It was all fact. It was like that was the guy. Now you're coming off the Masters. Apparently he had COVID. Now it's a scrimmage. He doesn't need to win this. He doesn't need to feel like he's being competitive and that he can compete. He doesn't need it for his confidence. It's a fucking scrimmage, just like it is for another player here. He hasn't played. It's just a warm-up. I do not expect him to compete. I know he loves the tournament. I know he played here when he was 12, and I get all that. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. So that leaves Bryson and Rahm. Let me do Bryson first. The ownership is weird because neither one of these guys, which would lead you to believe people are starting with Spieth, they're not going up here. And if they are, they're picking one of them, depending on how much money they have. They have the extra $200, whatever. They're the same ownership, Bryson and Rahm. I've gotten the feeling the last day or two that, hey, par 5, got to take advantage of the par 5s. There's a lot of the length's going to be a factor. It's going to be wet. You got to make a lot of birdies. This golf course is just made for Bryson. He's going to tear it apart. Okay, what if he doesn't? What if he doesn't? What if now he's from the area, so I'm sure he's played this golf course before, not in a PGA setup. Maybe it's different and it messes him up. And Bryson is very mechanical, and just on the off chance because it's just not that easy. And just because we say, oh, he's going to tear it up and he's going to do this and he's going to do that, and this is tailor-made for him, and that doesn't mean it's true. Nobody knows anything. So maybe he doesn't win. Maybe he doesn't perform well. And I seem to remember last year during the FedEx Cup playoffs, Bryson was not great. And it was like, oh, what's wrong with Bryson? What's going on? He just performed well at the PGA Championship, and then like he just was flat during the playoffs. No great performances. And everybody was just kind of off him, and then he goes and he wins the U.S. Open 2 weeks later. And it was easy to say, hey, he's just preparing for a major. He had the PGA Championship. He finished in the top 5. He prepared for that. The new Bryson rebuild on the U.S. Open. And then after that, it was the Masters. And then, whatever. There's a possibility Bryson does not give a shit about this tournament, even though it's in his hometown or what adjacent to it or whatever. And he's just putting the finishing touches on getting ready for a monster of a golf course next week, where he's one of like 6 guys that might actually be able to contend there. So that only leaves one person. And it kills me to say it, but I like Jon Rahm this week. I do. I can't get away from it. I tried. for 2 days. I texted my brother in a panic today saying, listen, I can't get away from this. Now, he has ownership. People are playing him, but he's not the guy like he was last week. And Jordan Spieth has more ownership. And everybody's picking Bryson because this golf course is tailor-made for him. And Rahm's just sitting there at $11,000, and he sucks now, right? I think Rahm's going to win. And I'm not picking him to win because I've had some type of awakening where it's like, oh, man, maybe Jon Rahm really is a super elite player. No. Next week, there's a major, okay? So it is so on the table that he goes out and wins this week and then like, typical Rahm fashion goes to a major next week and backdoors a top 10 and is irrelevant. Jon Rahm loves bullshit, irrelevant events. This is a guy that's won the Hero. This is a guy that's won the Zurich. This is a guy that won the Career Builder. He's won the Spanish Open. He won the Irish Open the week before the Open Championship, and then goes to the Open Championship in great form and an obscure T11. Almost backdoor to top 10. Couldn't quite get it done. He had this made cut streak that came to an end last week. And it reminded me of Colin Morikawa. Because I remember Colin Morikawa last year had that great made cut streak to start his career. He missed the cut at the Travelers, a Pete Dye course, by the way. And then the next week or the next tournament, Workday. And I had him at the Workday. I look back at Jon Rahm's 2019. He missed the cut at the Alfred Dunhill Links and then won the Spanish Open a week after. I don't have to go through bent grass greens and comp courses and all that shit. I'm going to have a big bet on Jon Rahm this week. If he actually wins, first of all, I've been betting Rahm since September of last year, and he hasn't won. So if he ends that little streak, he breaks that hex, and that means that it proves that they're that week. Oh yeah. Oh, it's on, baby. So it is all there. Every narrative would remain true. All my thought process for the last couple of years, it's all like, yeah, wins bullshit events, doesn't really compete in majors. It's all like, it's too perfect. And nobody's picking Rahm because he missed the cut last week, and Bryson got off his plane after he thought he missed the cut and ended up in the top 10. And Jordan Spieth won 4 times the week before a major. So is Jon Rahm. He's won the week before a major. He's 18th of birdie or better percentage. But again, this is not about stats. This is not about golf course fit. This is all about using your noodle. Come on. If it came down to it, Jon Rahm or Will Zalatoris, who are you going to take? Even I'm taking Jon Rahm or Scotty Scheffler. You know, like, he's got to beat Bryson. That's the only guy he's got to beat. He's got to beat Bryson. And he might be able to beat Bryson. Maybe Bryson doesn't give a shit. Maybe Bryson's just worried about next week. And Bryson's on a golf course he's not. He might be familiar with it, so I can't really go too far with that. Bryson might be familiar with the golf course, but I'm hoping that he just doesn't care. And I know it's a big ask. And maybe Rahm's pissed, right? I got Dave Ranabuya in my ass every freaking week talking to me about Rahm's competitive fire and how he never gives up and how he's the fiery Spaniard and all this bullshit that you hear every goddamn. True. Maybe Rahm needs to get off the schneid. Maybe he needs a win. He needs a win. He needs a really big win, right? Maybe this is his week. People are starting to chatter. Well, Rahm hasn't won in forever. Yeah, I know. I'm the reason why. But now it's over. Now he's going to win. And it won't bother me. And that'll be good for me. Because then the hex will be over and I can bet Xander next week. All right. So I'm playing Jon Rahm. It's happened. The only person I've seen take Jon Rahm was Rob Bolton. And I respect Rob Bolton. Rob Bolton doesn't have an agenda. And he picks with his head. And he's not really a big golf gambler. And it's a smart play. I respect Rob Bolton. All right. That's enough of that. Your comments. All right. You guys like that? I don't care. $9,000 range. You have Brooks, Zalatoris, Fitzpatrick, Scheffler, Sam Burns, Leishman, Ryan Palmer, Sergio. Sergio is my dad's one and done pick. He asked me if it was okay, and I said, yeah, it's all right. It's not bad. It's not like uber chalky. It's not terrible. So he's got Sergio as his one and done. Unless he changed it. In terms of ownership, you have Zalatoris at 20%. You have Scheffler at 21%. You got Fitzpatrick at 19%. So the fourth highest owned guy is Ryan Palmer at 18%. And I'm playing Jon Rahm. Now, what have I been hearing forever? You play Ryan Palmer, and of course, is where you play Jon Rahm, right? What? Ryan Palmer, birdies are better percentage? 11th. 11th. That makes him 5th in this field in terms of birdie or better percentage. I know he's from Texas. You may have heard that. I know he's got the course record here. You may have heard that. This isn't about that. This is like a pure stars are aligned Jon Rahm, Ryan Palmer play. I think I saw that his bent grass putting numbers aren't great. I don't care. He's got the course record here. He's a member. And Colonial's bent grass, and he's like a member of Colonial. I'm not worried about it. He's got some top 5 finishes at golf courses that have bent grass greens. Chip in the fall, that was on bent grass greens. He finished 4th. That was a no-cut event. Got to make birdies. Finished 4th. The Northern Trust at TPC Boston, where I was lucky enough to play with Dave Ranabuya and Charlie. Thank you. Bent grass greens. Ryan Palmer finished 8th there. I think Rahm was 6th that week. So I'm not worried about Palmer's putting stats. He's going to make a lot of birdies. Why wouldn't he make a lot of birdies? And it's not like he's been playing lights out. Like he's due. He's due for a top 10. I'm not throwing him out because he wasn't great at the Wells Fargo or the Valspar or whatever it was. The Valspar. He's fine. I mean, he was fine at a team event. He's fine. I heard him. I heard Ryan Palmer on a podcast, not the one with that Garrett guy. for Ryan Palmer. He likes the Valspar. He likes the playing at home, and then he's got the whatchamacallit, the PGA. So he's ready to go. His ownership's a little high, but I made up for in other areas. Like he's the fourth highest owned guy. So it's not exactly a Nancy in the county pick. So I like Ryan Palmer. I thought about Scotty Scheffler. Scheffler's 22nd in the world. Charlie texted me and told me that he liked him. That was good enough for me to get off. You throw in the highest owned guy on the slate. Charlie's like, oh, it's the sharp play this week. I'm like, how the hell is it the sharp play? He's the highest owned guy in the field. How is it a sharp play? I'm not taking my betting tips from Charlie. No offense, Charlie. I love you. And I appreciate your enthusiasm, but that's preposterous. Lines. See, this is the stuff I'm talking about. It's not that easy. So you can cross him out. Fitzpatrick could be dangerous. I'm not going to lie. He can make enough putts. His birdie percentage is good. He's like 30th on tour. He's 19% owned, but I went with Palmer instead. I got nothing else. Burns would be a good play. I wouldn't fault you for that. I don't like Leishman at all. That's all I got in that range. If you have a question about it later, let me know. $8,000 range. I don't have Thomas Peters' birdie or better percentage because he never plays on tour. He can make a lot of birdies. He's definitely long enough. But he's 18% owned, which is the highest, which is tied with Siwoo Kim, which I don't understand the Siwoo Kim play. But just from an ownership perspective, I wouldn't play Thomas Peters at 18%. You know who I like? Oh, wow. Luke List's ownership is only 6%. Oh, interesting. Thought that would be higher. You know who I like in the $8,000 range? I like Harris English. Harris English is 17th on the tour in birdie or better percentage. He won the Tournament of Champions in Hawaii. Total birdie fest. Okay? At that Northern Trust, the TPC Boston that we just talked about, that DJ won at 30 under, birdie fest. Harris English was second. Bent grass greens. He's got a second and a fifth at Colonial, Harris English. He won that St. Jude Southwind Classic, whatever you want to call it. That was the WGC, but that golf course, he won there. And that's the only other golf course that has the zoysia grass. He was third at the Greenbrier, which is a bent grass golf course. And Shriners back in 2016, he's got a T4. That's got bent grass. He's only 6% owned, Harris English. And considering his pedigree, and I don't have, for whatever reason, I didn't write down his recent form, which I guess might mean it's not great. He hasn't been like awful and lost, but he's low owned and he makes a lot of birdies. And that's all I'm looking for here. So why the hell not Harris English? Don't answer that question. Don't answer why not Harris English. I could look it up, his last couple starts, but I'm not going to do that. You think Harris English has a pedigree? No, but you don't need to have a pedigree to shoot 15 under here. You just need to be long enough off the tee. You got to be able to putt and make birdies. That's all you got to do. It's an easy golf course. Just make birdies. So that's why I like him. And if you don't like him, I'm sorry. I don't care. You don't have to. You got a Thomas Peters at 18% owned, and you got a Harris English at 6% owned. Well, Peters is triple the ownership, and they're equally unknown what the result is going to be. So who cares? If you don't like it, tough shit. I managed to roster an $11,000 guy, a $9,100 guy, and an $8,700 guy, and not go into the sixes. No, wait. Yeah. How about that? That's progress. So in the do I have any comments about anybody in the eights? Heath Mitchell's 13% owned, and we're not on Bermuda grass. What are you doing? Cameron Champ, I can see. That's not bad. Charles Schwartzel, 143rd in birdie or better percentage. Unplayable. I know he's been playing well. He's 143 in birdie or better. Doesn't make enough birdies. He needs a harder golf course like they've been playing. That's why he's been competitive, because 8 under par would have got you a top 5 last week. We don't have that anymore. Aaron Wise, I wouldn't want him in a putting contest. Luke List, I wouldn't want in a putting contest. So, taking Harris English. Screw you. You don't like it. All right, 7,000. Carlos Ortiz has good numbers. I played Carlos Ortiz last week. He had a bad Sunday. I could overlook that. Not playing him here, I couldn't afford him. I didn't want to dip too low into the sixes. It really got dicey. More dicey than it actually turned out to be, which may prove to be scary. But I have the winner, so I'm not worried about it. Ortiz makes a lot of birdies. His ownership's not too bad. He's 12% owned. He plays well in Texas. You know, he's Mexican. It's like adjacent. I think he went to college there. But I just couldn't afford him. I don't hate that play. He's the second highest birdie maker in the $7,000 range, Carlos Ortiz. Doug Gim is 4th, but he's 18% owned. Sebastian Munoz is 6th, but he's 10% owned. Double figures. Ortiz is 2nd, he's 12%. So some of these guys, they fit the model, you want to call it a model, but they have high ownership because of it. I want low-owned birdie makers. I don't want high-owned birdie makers because we don't know how many bogeys they're going to make, and we don't know if they're going to make any birdies. We just hope that they do. So I made of all the players in the $7,000 range, if they were like higher than 100, if they weren't in the top 100 in birdie or better percentage, I'm not even considering them. So like a Peter Uihlein, no. My boy Russell Knox, no. Just they don't make enough birdies. Now, could they make enough birdies this week? Yeah, they could. But what am I supposed to do? Can't predict the future. Nobody knows anything. So I was a little strapped for cash, so I had to go down towards the bottom. However, my favorite player, flat 7,000. But we're not going there. At 7,200 is Tom Hoge. Tom Hoge, 7% owned, 36th in birdie or better percentage. He was 12th at Valero. He was 25th at Heritage. I'd take either one of those results right now. Now, Valspar and Quail Hollow, he missed the cut. Tougher golf courses. You know, it's Tom Hoge. He's not going to top 25 every week. So, yeah, you got to take the good with the bad. You're hoping for the best. The best finish of Tom Hoge's PGA career was a second-place finish at Greenbrier, which are bent grass greens. If he can make some putts, if he can make some birdies. He's got a T7 at the Shriners. That's pretty much the only, notable top 10s I could find for Tom Hoge. Well, I know it was on the tour. He's 36, the birdie or better percentage. Hoping for the best. Apparently, went to TCU, Local guy, who knows? He's only 7% owned, which is high. 7% is high for Tom Hoagie. But like I said, I'm strapped for cash, and I like that one. Yeah, there's nobody else there. People are playing Brent Snedeker? That's bullshit, man. Brent Snedeker was my guy. Where did I play Sneds? I remember hearing this, and I started getting pissed. I played Snedeker at the Valspar. I got a T11 out of him. Now all of a sudden, people want to play Brent Snedeker. This happens almost every week. It's taking my guys. I don't think Snedeker's a good play this week. He's like 90th in birdies. And I think it's might be a little too long for him. I don't know. Birdie Fest, I just don't see Snedeker. Heritage, Valspar. So going down, people like Vegas. He's 10% owned. He's 82nd in birdies. I went Hoagie instead. I don't know why. I could have played Vegas for the same price. Well, Hoagie's third in the $7,000 range, and Vegas is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's 12th. That's why I went with Hoagie. And Vegas is higher owned. So that's smart. That's smart. That was good. That was good rationale. So in the $7,000 range, or at $7,000, this is my last guy in. And it was either him or Rory Sabatini or Seamus Power. And I decided to play Wyndham Clark. Wyndham Clark got a little bit more beef off the tee. He's got a little bit more experience. I like Seamus Power for like a first-round leader or something. But I'm playing Wyndham Clark. I don't love it. He's 8% owned, which is high for a Wyndham Clark to be 8% owned. He's a couple spots ahead of Vegas. He's 11th in the $7,000 range of birdies or better percentage. But I was limited funds. But at 8% owned, he's 78th in birdies or better. I could try to make a case for Wyndham Clark. His last 3 starts, which were the Heritage, which is a smaller, tighter track, the Valspar, which is a smaller, tighter track, and Quail Hollow, which is hard as shit. And 10 under won Quail Hollow. Wasn't exactly a birdie fest. But he was 64th at Heritage, 60th at Valspar. Those golf courses don't really suit him. And T43 at Quail was a little bit more wide open. You know what? If Wyndham Clark finishes T43 this week and makes the cut, I'd be thrilled with that. At the 3M Open, TPC Twin Cities, or whatever the hell it's called, 2019, got a T5. That was a birdie fest. The CJ Cup, which was on, was in California or Vegas or something. That was on bent grass greens. He finished T8. He's got a T13 at the Shriners on bent grass. And at that Northern Trust I told you about, that TPC Boston, he finished T29. So bent grass is he's capable of it. He can score on par 5s. He can hang in there. This isn't an impossible golf course. He should be able to score. 8% owned. Give me a little Wyndham Clark. I don't love it. I'm a little squeamish with Wyndham Clark and Hoagie or whatever. But, I have the winning one and done pick. I'm going to have a winning bet. It's going to be a fine week for me. This is just gravy. All right? I'm not worried about it. All right? Steve Schirmer's here. What's up, buddy? Thanks for that list. Bent grass greens. Putting it to work. Let me tell you. Unless that is the CJ Cup is not a, whatchamacallit, bent grass. But even so, it's still a no-cut event. And a no-cut event, what do you have to do? You have to make birdies. And he had a top 10. I'll take a top 10. All right. My last guy. I don't think there's any chance in the world it could remind me of this if things go bad tomorrow or on Friday. You can grill me. You can expose me. You can tell me I suck. I don't care. I don't think there's any chance in the world Harry Higgs does not perform well this week. He's going to make the cut. Harry Higgs is going to make the cut. Lock it up. I'm telling you, he's going to make the cut. Now, unless he gets COVID or something happens that obviously explains it, he's going to make the cut. I'm telling you, he's going to make the cut. I love Harry Higgs. You guys know I love Harry Higgs. I listen to all the Harry Higgs interviews. I read all the articles about Harry Higgs. I fucking love Harry Higgs. And he's been waiting for this event for 2 years. All right? He's a Dallas guy. He wanted to play Trinity Forest. He was waiting for his hometown event. He couldn't wait. COVID wiped it out, and that was bullshit. And now is his chance. He's been waiting. He's been lying in wait. Can't wait to play this event. Harry Higgs in the $7,000 range or on the PGA Tour this season is 28th in birdie or better percentage. 28th. All right. He's 3% owned. This is a Texas guy who's 3% owned. That's all you've been hearing about all week. It's about all these Texas guys. We love Scotty Scheffler and Zalatoris and Ryan Palmer and Tom Hoagie and Jordan Spieth. And we love all the Texas guys and Bryson. All the Texas guys. And Harry Higgs is getting shit on. And I'm telling you, he's been waiting. He's been waiting for this event in his hometown since he got on the fucking tour. He's been waiting for this event. When he first got on tour, all he was talking about was he can't wait to play the Byron Nelson. And it never happened. This is it. And he's been in decent form, and then he's been terrible, and then he's been getting it back, and then he missed another cut, and then he's playing a team event, and then he missed another cut. He's been sporadic at best. But now he's home. He's going to have a big week. It is put up or shut up time for my boy Harry Higgs, and he is going to put up because he's a man's man. He's the people's champion. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going, and he's going to get it done. So I'm planting my flag in Harry Higgs, 3%. Top guy in the 7,000 range in terms of birdie better percentage. I'm not worried about it being too hard or too long or any of that shit. I'm not worried about a short game. You got big, wide fairways. You got big greens. And he's going to play well. I'm telling you he's going to play well. And Harry Higgs' first event on the PGA Tour was at the Greenbrier. And he finished T18, right? T19, excuse me. Top 20 in his first start. Bent grass greens. I'm not worried about it. The Northern Trust at TBC Boston. I've referenced with every player so far, except Tom Hoagie, who missed the cut. But T11. T11. I'll take that right now. Bent grass be damned. I'm not worried about it. TPC, CJ Cup, no cut event. T21. It's there. It's possible. It's on the table. And this is the week that's going to happen. Our boy, Harry Higgs. So, my lineup. My one and done pick, my big bet for the week is Jon Rahm. Yes, you heard that correctly. I'm playing Jon Rahm, and I have that feeling that I've had when I had Jordan, and I had Patrick Reed, and I had Bryson at Bay Hill, and I had that feeling. It's one of those weeks. And we're just going to reverse everything, and there's no curse, and there's no Nagels stink, and that's going to be over with. And then I got a major next week, and Xander sucks now, and everything is going to end up coming up roses for me, which is really all I care about. All right? So I like Jon Rahm, one and done, big bet, the whole bit. Well, if you play Jon Rahm, you got to play Ryan Palmer, right? Yes. Yes. Ryan Palmer. I like Harris English. I like Harris English a lot. I think that is a great selection. We'll see how it goes. And then we get the little squeamish. We're gonna be on Tom Hoagie watch tomorrow, and we're gonna keep an eye on Wyndham Clark. If I can get those guys through the cut, I'm gonna feel really good about the weekend. And my boy Harry Higgs is a fucking lock. It's a lock. Harry's last stand. It's time. Been waiting for this event. Waiting. Here it comes. All right. So that's the show. That's my team. Yeah, one and done. Like I said, I wanted to play Daniel Berger, but got screwed there. Thought about Scotty Scheffler, kind of got screwed there. Could play Matthew Fitzpatrick, who's 17th in the world, and this is the 14th ranked tournament. But you know what? Fuck it. I've missed like 4 cuts in a row. I need a win. I need a big win. And Rahm's going to win. So I'm taking him as we're one and done. And I can't I'm not even going to bother rooting against it because I know it's going to happen because it's a week before a major and he's coming off a miscut and he sucks now. And next week is important and he's not going to show up. And it's all there. So I feel good about it. I could be wrong. I'm wrong. I've been wrong for like a month. So what's another week? And then we got a major next week and it'll be exciting. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. You'll have Rory be a favorite. You'll have Rahm be a favorite. And then we'll see what happens with Justin Thomas and with Xander. And no, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Looking forward to it. All right. I'm done with everything. I did one and done. I did everything. All right. Show's over. Thank you very much. If you just hit the like button, I'd appreciate it. Maybe subscribe if you're not a subscriber. We'll do a little Q&A now. Well, I'll pay attention to your comments. You guys can give me some shit. If things get boring, I'll end the show. It's already 9:30. Would like to get this replay posted. Whatever. Good luck this week. And next week we got a major. I'll talk to you then. All right? All right. New comments. Here we go. New comments. Love the Harry Higgs call. Getting on a top 20. He's going to make the cut. I'm telling you. Thanks, Charlie Byron. Another Charlie. How about that? Thanks, Artie. Appreciate that. Where's the like button? Oh, Jesus Christ, Steve. Underneath the thing, there should be like a little picture of like a thumb up, a thumbs up. It might say like next to it. You just click it. Thanks, Joe. Why do you not like Mark Leishman? I do not like Mark Leishman because he is 110th in birdie or better percentage. It's the only reason. You got to start focusing on us in Europe. No, I don't. I really don't. Got to be honest with you. The only people I really care about in Europe is my new best friend, Stevie Bamford, and I like Matty Bearjets. He's cool. I don't know you, Charlie Byron. You might be a weird guy. So I'm very slow down. And even that McSporty guy who hates Rory McIlroy. Not too sure about him. So I have nothing against the Euros. My new best friend, Stevie Bamford, he's a Euro. Love those guys. But, just a little cautious. Can't drive the ball straight. There is only one Charlie. Yeah, I know. I know, Charlie. You will be huge in Europe. The London accent is a winner. See, I don't know if that's a joke. Is that supposed to be a joke? Because that's not funny. Played any good lately? How you hitting it? Yo! You know what I did on Monday? I got my first golf lesson. Turns out I've been holding a wedge wrong for, 30 years. Nobody ever told me. So I really can't wait until next week to get back out on the golf course and do some actual chipping like a real person. Nobody ever told me. So I've been holding the club wrong all this time. Turns out I have a pretty good swing. I just have to concentrate on getting my hands through and turning my hands over. Not too much. So that's gonna be a little bit of a work in progress. But I have a good swing. My instructor said there's no reason for me to be shooting 100. My swing's too good for that, which made me feel really good about it. And it turns out the instructor or the teacher, whatever you want to call him, we have mutual friends, and the guy gave me a discount. Nagel, if you're watching, he knows Toots. Of course he knows Toots. And he knows Toots and Veal, and he's best friends with Veal's brother, and we all have we're in similar circles. So it's really cool. I'm looking forward to the next one. I got to work on my bunker play. I got to work on 50 to 100 yards. And I just think I could be decent. I could be respectable. That's all. Still going to hit some bad shots. We all hit bad shots. But I cannot be a spaz. So golf game's coming along. All right? Where are we going here? Played any golf? Oh, me, I'm a loyal listener. Thanks, Clam Diver. I'm thinking Burns going to crash party again this week. I think Burns is a solid play. I do. His bent grass numbers, though, aren't awesome if you care about that. I didn't really give a great agronomy lesson this week. Serious, Sung Kang is in play this week. Fuck Sung Chang. Fucking cheater. So I'll add English and Burger to my bets. I already bet wrong. Okay, Steve. Do whatever you want. Bear Jets isn't a euro anymore. I'll be quiet. That's a joke. How was your first lesson? I just talked about my first lesson. Let me see your grip. Hey, screw you, senior links golfer. You freaking Ranger fan. Rangers suck, bro. Is DJ playing? He's a birdie guy. No, he withdrew. Good Lord. How holding it wrong? Because I'm holding it traditionally, and I am not. I'm not doing like a forward press, basically. So the club face is tilted. It's not straight. Weight on your front foot. It's not about the weight. What's that say? Nice. Also go there. Who was the lady tonight that came over? No. Toots and Veal. Forget about it. Artie, two of the all-time greats, man. Golf is hard. Shot a 104 today. Good job, Joe Gio. Best double for this week, next week. Next week's going to be hard, man. I like Rom this week. I don't know. You could take a couple. You could just play. Rom Bryson. That's live. I don't know what your odds would be, but Rom Bryson. Say Bryson craps out this week. Ron Bryson. That's not bad. You're the golf guru I watch for info and entertainment. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it. Thoughts on Baffert? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Bob Baffert. I don't really care. People that he won the race. Everybody cashed their tickets. It happened. The info came out a week later. Who cares? Why is this a story? So mean to me. What the hell does that mean? Try like Scotty Scheffler. Kiowa going to kick Bryson in the next week. It might. Steve, I don't know what to tell you. The guy asked me for a double. I like Rom this week. I have no idea who I like next week. I got to read the tea leaves. I have a system. I have a process. But if I'm thinking Bryson, no this week, easy fade. Not easy fade, but if I'm fading Bryson this week, and I know you like him, then maybe he's in play next week. At a $7,800 yard golf course. I don't know. I haven't done it yet. Such a hater. When did you take up playing golf? What age? Exactly. Move on. Big Dick Vic next week. That's not terrible. I think that's going to be a little popular, though. Hovland. I really do. Like, that's not a secret. And once word gets out that it's the Pass Pound greens and Hovland's won twice on Pass Pound, like, it's over. Everyone's going to play Victor Hovland next week. I won't, but you know what? For double purposes, if you want to have that live and boost your number on Hovland with a lot, go for it. But not past Powell. It's overseeded. I see. This is why Steve's the fucking best. See, I have a secret grass guy. All right. Zalatoris and Chef will play this course every week for years. That's great, Trevor Hill. That's why they're both 20% owned. Great. I'll play John Rahm. I'll take my chances. All right. All right. Anybody got anybody else? I have 1,000 tweets to answer and messages, and I got shit to do. I got to put my one and done picks in. I got to make a bet. I'm sure my brother's going to want to do something. Maybe. I don't know. But why do you rank grass so high? Because it matters. And people don't pay enough attention to it, and I'm looking for an edge. And it matters. I think it matters. And it's fun. And sometimes it really pisses people off. And there's really nothing worse, though, when people get it wrong. They're like, oh, well, we got bent grass greens this week. It's like, no. Well, they're overseeded. They're not bent grass greens. You're just giving false information. That annoys me. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it. Giant schedule is brutal. Gettleman is toast. Yeah, but their price is 20 and he's 10. Yeah, but only one of them wins. Trevor? I'm going to win that bet and you're going to lose your bet. It doesn't matter what the odds are. Only one of them is going to win. I want a winning ticket. That's why. Let me pick the winning ticket and you tell me how much it's worth. I don't know what to tell you. I'd rather have Rahm than Zalatoris or Rahm than Scotty Scheffler, who I love. But I understand you're getting twice the points, but you don't get twice the points if you lose. Am I in love? Shut up, Barry. Giant schedule is brutal. The Gettleman is toast. Let's fucking hope so. And you knew this. I don't care. Their home away setup, like scheduled opponents, which we knew since the end of last season, that was a 5-win schedule. It doesn't matter the order. They're not going to win. Like they're playing the AFC West. They got to play the Chiefs. I can't wait for them to play the Chiefs. Play Patrick Mahomes with no pass rush. See how that goes. Great show. Thanks. Good luck. You're on. Scotty wins easy. You have Rahm at 10. I'll have Scheffler and Zalatoris at 10. Trevor, do I know you? Are you in the DK contest? Are you on Twitter? Do I know who you are? Don't talk to me like that. Be nice to everyone. Stop yelling. Screw you. I got 2 and you get 1. You're going to owe me an apology next week, Trevor. You're going to owe me an apology. All right, so I don't even know how you found the show, but this is not how this works. All right? KC and Tampa Bay on Monday Night Football. Oh, excellent. Good. Light them the fuck up. Light them up. 4 wins. No, 5. 5's fair. The Eagles suck too. The Cowboys kind of suck. Redskins are going to be a problem. Charles or Scotty one and done this week? Scotty. In my opinion. I need a Nagels t-shirt that says screw you. Artie, you're killing me, man. I don't understand that tweet you sent last week. I don't know what that was. You're doing like a little expose on me or something. I love you, but I did not appreciate that. I might be a little sensitive. I might be reading too much into it. That is definitely on the table. But that was fucking uncalled for, man. What the hell are you taking shots at me for? What the hell did I ever do to you? See? Come on now. See, it's my fault. It's my fault. No. All right. Sorry, Nagel. My bad. No. Come on. What's the matter with you? Yeah, it's my fault. Hey, that doesn't help. Lynx Golfer, I need to know your real name. You're a pain in the ass. Because you don't know me, and you act like you know me, and you act like you're in like my inner circle. And you're not in the inner circle. You're not. Charlie just texted me. He blesses my picks. That makes me feel good. No, I'm saying you're being unreasonable. See? I'm not being unreasonable. You took a tweet out of context. Everything you said was inaccurate. That is not me being unreasonable. That's you being incorrect. There's a huge difference. I got roped into a fucking stupid Thursday Twitter conversation about something that I didn't even say and called them idiots. And then you quote tweet that conversation, a tweet about that conversation, and referenced it to something completely different to make me look like a schmuck. And I'm not a schmuck. So there's a difference. I'm not being unreasonable. I'm just saying, like, don't do that. That's just, you don't know all the facts. Thoughts on Mets raccoon versus rat incident? I have no idea what that means. Nagels can give it, but can't take it. Fuck you, Barry. That's so not true. Halfway through, you get a shout out, Rhino. You're reading too much into a tweet. So are you, buddy. All right. Mr. Cut hot takes. No. I have no Mr. Cut hot takes. Like a high owned guy that's gonna screw everybody? It's a great question. Let's take a look here. How about Siwoo Kim at 18% owned? How about Doug Gim? How about any like ball striking bastard that can't putt? Those guys are in play. You have to make a lot of putts this week. Charles Schwartzel. Is that a hot take, Mr. Cut? I don't think so. I gave you enough names. Aaron Wise, 12%. I don't like him. You know, some of these guys are really good. Who knows? Much love from Toronto. Appreciate that. Dude, you don't have a circle. I mean, that is just blatantly inaccurate. I have a fucking circle. Are you kidding me? I don't have a circle. You should see my phone. Look at my Twitter bullshit. I don't have a circle. What the hell are you talking about? There's people here doing a Q&A with some schmuck in Jersey. I don't have a circle. Yeah, nobody likes me. Nobody likes watching my show. Nobody cares about my opinion whatsoever. Yeah, you're right. All right. You're only getting triggered about Charles codes of your dad. All right, don't be mad at me. We can talk this out. We always do. You're only getting triggered about Charles because of your dad. I don't know what that Charles. I don't know what that means. Oh, Charles Schwartzel. Because of my dad. That was 2 weeks ago, and that turned out to be nothing. That turned out. Schwartzel and Scheffler finished a shot apart. There's no blood. It's not a big deal, but Dad's not going to be holding it over my head because of between a T25 and a T32. He's a reasonable man. If Charles finished top 5 and Scheffler was T40, yeah, I might have heard about it. And that didn't happen. It was in play, but it didn't happen. Because we don't tweet on Thursdays because it doesn't matter. All right? He called Charles and you talked him out of it. He didn't call Charles, all right? Rob Bolton called Charles. And my dad read the power rankings and said, how about him? I said, no, you can't do that under any circumstances. And early Thursday, Friday, he was in the top 5. So, yeah, Little egg in my face turned out not to be a big deal. All right, we can move on. And last week at Quail Hollow, Charles was on my list. I had a list of 16 guys that I liked that were top in driving distance and top and around the green game. Charles was on that list. I just didn't play him, but I liked him, and he played well. Not so much this week. All right. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm sweating. I think I want to eat something. Like the phone. No inner circle. I got to work on my inner circle. I have a lot to do. I have no friends, so I have to really start marketing the show. All right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go. Major next week. Should be on time. 8:00 Wednesday. Thanks for the support. Appreciate it. Good luck this week. And I will talk to you next week. All right? All right. Okay. I don't know what that means. All right. Goodbye, guys. Thank you so much.